The armed forces of Senegal consists of about 19,000 well-trained and disciplined personnel in the Army, Air Force, Navy, and Gendarmerie. The Senegalese military force receives most of its training, equipment, and support from France and the United States. Germany also provides support but on a smaller scale. Military non-interference in political affairs has contributed to Senegal's stability since independence. Senegal has participated in many international and regional peacekeeping missions. Most recently, in 2000, Senegal sent a battalion to the Democratic Republic of Congo to participate in MONUC, the United Nations peacekeeping mission. Senegal also agreed to deploy a United States-trained battalion to Sierra Leone to participate in UNAMSIL, another UN peacekeeping mission. The training operation was designated Operation Focus Relief and involved U.S. Army Special Forces from 3rd Special Forces Group training a number of West African battalions, including Nigerian ones. Summary of past military actions. In August 1981, the Senegalese military was invited into the Gambia by President Dordikairaba Jawara to put down a coup attempt. In August 1989, Senegalese-Gambian military cooperation ceased with the dissolution of the Senegambian Confederation. In 1990, 500 Senegalese troops were deployed to Saudi Arabia to take part in the Gulf War. 92 of them were killed after the end of the conflict in a plane crash on the 21st of March 1991. In 1992, 1,500 men were sent to the ECOMOG peacekeeping group in Liberia. In 1994, a battalion-sized force was sent to Rwanda to participate in the UN peacekeeping mission there. Senegal intervened in the Guinea-Bissau Civil War in 1998 at the request of former President Vieira. A Senegalese contingent deployed on a peacekeeping mission to the Central African Republic in 1997. The four forces of the Army, Navy, Air Force and Gendarmerie. The Army is the leading force within the Senegalese armed forces and provides the Chief of Staff and the Inspecteur Général des Forces Armées Acutes. Only the Army and Gendarmerie are important enough to have general officers, although the Navy has been commanded by a flag officer in the past. Army. Since independence, the Army has gone through a large number of reorganizations. The Army's heritage includes the prestigious Tirailleurs Sénégalais. In 1978, Senegal dispatched a battalion to the Inter-African Force in Zaire in the aftermath of the Shaba II fighting. The Senegalese contingent was under the command of Colonel Ousmane Ndioye. The Senegalese force comprised a parachute battalion from Tiroy. The Army currently consists of two divisions, the Operations Division and the Logistic Division. The IISS estimated in 2012 that the Army had a strength of 11,900 soldiers, 3 armored battalions, the 22nd, 24th, and 25th and the 26th Bataillon de Reconnaissance et d'Appui à Kolda. There are 6 infantry battalions, 1st to 6th. 3rd Battalion may have been at Kaolack with 4th at Tambacounda at one point. Also reported is the 12th Battalion of the 2nd Military Zone at St. Louis, along with the Prytanée Militaire de St. Louis, a military secondary school. Although the Senegalese Air Force is geared towards supporting it, the Army may have previously maintained its own very small aviation branch, called the Aviation Légère de l'Armée Acute de Terre, which may have counted up to 5 light helicopters and 2 SA-330 Puma transport helicopters. The IISS Military Balance 2012 does not list any helicopters in Army service. National Gendarmerie. The Gendarmerie is a military force which provides policing and security. It includes a territorial gendarmerie with general policing duties, and a mobile gendarmerie for special tasks and serious public disorder. The Senegalese gendarmerie evolved out of a French colonial Sipahi detachment sent to Senegal in 1845. This detachment was the cadre around which the colonial gendarmerie was formed. On independence, this became the National Gendarmerie. The commander is General Abdoulaye Fall, whose rank is Divisional General, and whose full job title is High Commander of the Gendarmerie and Director of Military Justice. Navy. The Navy, also known as the Armée Acute de Mer, is of small size and is commanded by a ship-of-the-line captain. It is responsible for securing Senegal's Atlantic coastline, which is strategically located on the extreme west of the African continent. The Navy was created in 1961. The Navy is divided into three branches known as groupings. 1. The Operational Naval Grouping, which is divided into 3 flotillas and 1 group: the high seas patrol boats, the coastal surveillance vessels, the fast coastal boats, and the transport group. 2. The Naval Support Grouping, responsible for ports, repairs, training, and logistics. 3. The Fluvial Maritime Surveillance Grouping, Air Force. The Air Force is orientated towards providing support for ground forces and resembles an Army aviation corps. It has no air-to-air combat aircraft, but possesses Mi-24 gunship helicopters, transport helicopters and aeroplanes, and reconnaissance helicopters and aeroplanes. This small force is commanded by Colonel. Military zones. At the present time, there are 7 military zones: Zone N Degree 1 Dakar, Zone N Degree 2 St. Louis, Zone N Degree 3 Kaolack, Zone N Degree 4 Ziguinchor, Zone N Degree 5 Tambacounda, Zone N Degree 6 Kolda, Zone N Degree 7 Thies. Each zone comprises a garrison office which caters to military issues and a social service office. The IISS military balance listed 4 zones in 2007. Equipment: armored cars 30 Panhard AML-60 mm 4x4. 74 Panhard AML-90 mm 4x4, 13 WZ 551 PLO2 105 mm Tank Hunter, 30 Ram Mk3 light armored vehicles, 10 M8 Greyhound 37 mm 6x6, 4 M20 Greyhound 6x6. Armored personnel carriers, 12 half-truck M3 APCs, 8 Caspier 4x4, 24 Panhard M3 4x4, 12 M3 half-track. Artillery, 6 M50 155 mm howitzer, 6 M101 105 mm howitzers. Mortars, 16, 8 Brandt 81 mm medium mortar, 8 Brandt 120 mm heavy mortar. Anti-tank weapons, 4 MBDA Milan ATGM launchers, 31 LARC-89, Strim 89 mm light ATRLs RL. Air defense weapons, towed guns, 33, 21 5.3T2, M693 20 mm AAGs, 12 Bofors L60 40 mm AAGs. Source: IISS Military Balance 2012, 450. Other soft-skin military vehicles not listed by the IISS: Ford M151 Jeep 4x4, Rio M35 6x6 trucks, Rio M44 6x6 trucks, ACM-80 trucks, M809 6x6 trucks. Aircraft.